Toa Nuva blog, Chapter 4. Approaching the fortress of the Dark Hunters on Odina is much like sticking one's face into a nest of fireflies. Hungry fireflies. Angry, hungry fireflies. Although my fellow Toa Nuva and I had chosen the least guarded approach to the fortress, we still had to deal with our share of sentries and wandering Dark Hunters. The trick was to knock them out before they could raise an alarm. Something that is much easier to do when you have Lewa along. A Toa of air can create a quick vacuum around an enemy, and with no air, the sound of his shouts can't travel. After making our way as quickly as we dared to the fortress, we stood at the rear stone wall. Pohatu made a stone hand emerge from the blocks to grab the lone guard and squeeze him into unconsciousness. Then another use of his power opened a way for us to get inside. The inside of the fortress was a maze. Worse, we had no real idea where the Staff of Artakha might be hidden. We might be searching for days. I whispered this to Tahu, and he shook his head. "The staff is valuable," he said quietly. "The Dark Hunters will keep it with their treasures, which means not far from the Shadowed One's throne. We find him, we find the staff." "And find me you have," a harsh voice said. It came from all around us, but there was no one else present. "Did you really think you could enter my fortress without my knowledge? Did you really think you could make it this far unless I wanted you here?" All around us, the corridor walls began to shift. Before we could react, we were sealed off in a stone prison. "Of course, I know 6 Toa Nuva could break out of this trap easily," said the voice, which we all now realize must belong to the Shadowed One, leader of the Dark Hunters. "But I'm hoping you'll take the time to listen. I have an offer to make, and a secret to share." To be continued.